I'm Fritz Nelson. I'm the editorial director for Information Week, and you are in the Stay Safe session. I'm hoping a few more people trickle in here and care about security, because it is a very, very top concern here. So just a little housekeeping. We're going to hear from 5 startups, 4 that are being judged, and 1 an alumni. Each of the startups have 6 minutes to present, and then we'll have 8 minutes of Q&A from our illustrious panel of judges, and also, if we have time, some questions from the audience, hopefully. I do want to say a quick word about this, because it is, I think, the #1 topic in the cloud space right now, at least from what we're hearing, and we survey our readers all the time, and I just plucked some numbers off of a recent survey. The top 3 concerns for going into the cloud for enterprise customers are security defects in the technology, #1. #2, access to or leaking of proprietary information. And #3, access to or leaking of customer information. Of those, the only one that has increased in concern from last year to this year is customer information. The other 2 areas have gone down, but these are by far the 3 highest areas of concern for the respondents to our survey, and there were over 600 respondents. So a critical area that I hope some of our startups can address today. So first, I would like to have our judges introduce themselves. Starting with Ravi.
Hello, I'm Ravi Matre. I'm one of the managing directors at Lightspeed Venture Partners. We are a global technology venture capital firm based in Menlo Park, but with offices in China, India, the US, and Israel. We manage about $2.5 billion of capital, and most of our activity is starts with getting involved very early on, early stage, with companies that have what we think is disruptive technology, and entrepreneurs who are passionate about going and building a company that can define and then dominate a new market. And we're active participants in trying to help those companies grow and start from sort of the ground up.
Great. BJ?
Hi, BJ Fesk from Bank of America. I head up the infrastructure, strategy, and architecture team for the Merrill Lynch CTO, so the wealth management side of the house, managing infrastructure. A previous life at the bank, I managed our internal grid and a lot of our cloud efforts as well. So very much looking forward to seeing some of the folks presenting today.
Great. Steve?
Hi, my name's Steve Philpott, CIO for Amylin Pharmaceuticals. I was the token CIO from this morning's session that got into the dialogue with the panelists. Amylin's been very active in the kind of cloud software as a service space, and the points that were raised in that conversation this morning were spot on, because part of the way we look at this is that the more of this type of technology I can leverage, the less of the kind of more commodity services my team has to do, which basically frees them up to do more innovation. So again, the comments were spot on, and that's why these type of events are so beneficial, to take a look at where can we leverage some of those efficiencies. Great, thank you. And I've spent a good amount of time talking to you 2 guys, and I think it's appropriate that they're here as judges, because your 2 industries, in a way, healthcare and financial services, are some of the ones that are have the biggest concerns, regulatory or otherwise, about the cloud. So I think these guys are especially interested, and I know you are too, Ravi. So without further ado, we're going to bring up our first startup, Cipher Cloud. Varun, you want to get us started?